All right, over here in the bottom left, playing beautifully so far. He is.
I'm Ruin, Hongda.
This is where Wolf would say something about him
His
only
hair.
having, no, 2 names. Hongdok. Only 2 syllables.
Oh, I thought it was the part where he talks about the hair. My bad. In the upper right.
Symbol, Kang Dong-hyun.
I see the Matrix code. You and Wolf are robots to me. I've spent too much time with both of you. I could actually, if I was good at programming, I could just put you guys into Chuck E. Cheese robots and cast with you guys.
Do you ever see those parents that would bring, you know, those, what was the name of those robots? Like Chuck E. Cheese, and do you know the names of the other robots? You go there,
Yeah,
eat
it was like
pizza
the banjo and stuff. I don't know the names,
yeah,
but like
they play music.
just those robots
and
in
people
general.
who occasionally bring their infants there would be crying because it's basically some like terrible nightmare of like these freaky robot animals with Berenstein Bear robot eyes moving around.
Yeah, you're a little bit
This
weird.
is why children are not supposed to find this cool at all. Like,
I had a birthday party at one of those places.
I did
once.
too. I had my birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese's, and that was when I got to beat the Ninja Turtle game, the really old Ninja Turtle game, not Turtles in Time, the one that was even before that. Was actually this huge money pit, but I didn't know at the time. I was making my dad just give me more and more quarters.
Yeah.
Because I had to beat the boss. There's like actually no strategy in beating the bosses. You just mash and they knock you away. And people are going to tell me on the internet I'm wrong, and it's actually not true because I actually got the emulator and put it on my Xbox and tried it again as an adult. And I'm like, no, there's nothing to this.
Yeah.
The original one, not Turtles in Time. Okay, so onto this game, though. We got a pylon and then a cancel there. That's controlling where the Zerg can put his hatchery. The second hatch is where the third base would be.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of delaying it at least a little bit. Forcing out that spawning pool of the third base and going up before the second. All kind of annoying there for Symbol. But this is like the standard to and fro of PvZ at the moment. I wonder what build Ruin is going to go ahead and choose for this game. Because it's been interesting to watch what Protosses want to do on Overgrowth. Oh, he's sending out a second probe. Very interesting. I guess this one's just going to be his scout, and the other one's just going to go all the way home. Unless he passes by the
I
one
was going to
that's
say, are they
coming.
going to intersect here?
I don't even get it.
What? Was that a bad rally?
No, he just actually tricked the Zerglings into following that probe so that this probe could go back.
This is like fan fiction.
I'm a little bit...
This is like
I'm like,
esports
why
fan
didn't he
fiction.
just send the full health one up and just let the other... Maybe that one was actually... Oh, wait. Actually, at its health, it was caught right before the watchtower. Was it going to die? Actually, it might have been killed if he hadn't done that, which makes that... The StarCraft probe micro move of the week!
Thanks for joining us, guys. I'm Martochi. See you next time.
Wow. So, I mean, if that... I think that's actually just what happened there. And if that is the case, I mean, that's pretty badass. It's pretty baller to save that probe.
It's pretty epic, yeah. But, of course, you do lose a lot of minerals when that probe's not mining.
But it's worth it to save one probe, I would say.
In the long run, I guess. I just, we don't really see that. That's cool, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so the third hatch, and where the second base would be, is going to be done soon.
I was just thinking of like those corny. Yeah, it's like you're watching sports and it's like, oh, here's the dunk of the week or something like that. It's just like this really corny segment. It's like, whoa, look at that. Michael Jordan jumped over this guy. He was crazy. And you're just like, look at this. The probe comes in. Oh, he takes it. This isn't a probe. It's a probe. Saving his friend.
Oh, looks like that Stargate got spotted over there, the top of the main.
Yep.
Not too much of a big deal, though.
No.
Stargate is to be expected. This is nothing.
I wonder if he's going to
Crazy.
go into Phoenixes here, I would imagine. But sometimes we do see people go into like an Oracle and then Void Rays. And then, obviously follow up with either Sky Toss or Void Colossus. Both reasonable ways to play. I would imagine Phoenix, though. Especially when it gets scouted. You don't really want to go for Oracles because they don't do anything. And if you go Void Rays, it's like they kill like 2 Overlords and that's it. Whereas the Phoenixes you can just get value out of for a long time.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of different ways that you could take the game from there. Is that probe get spotted? Well, he's going to see it now.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised you sent the probe there. Considering you saw the Overlord going that way.
Yeah, he's going to chase the Overlord into the probe. There's a lot of funny probe things going on. Like, there is another probe on the map, too, that's being chased down by Zerglings right now. We're not going to show that, I guess.
No, you'll have to take our word for it. All right, so the Phoenixes increment it out, as he's going to be able to clean up most of the map here. Give the Zerg a lot less intel.
Another big group of Lings being made, and this is way before speed is done, which is kind of different. But look at this. Oh, a Gateway Explosion Cases. It looks like this is a very old build where you kind of clean out the Overlords, maybe get them supply blocked a little bit, and you move out with a +1/7 gate. And it's like super powerful because it comes at like this funny time. It's a weird follow-up to Phoenixes that we don't see very often. And the Phoenixes kind of already hiccuped your economy a little bit. Maybe you made some Spore Crawlers and stuff like that, and none of that is good against a Warp Gate army with +1 attack.
Well, we'll see if he actually survives that here. There's a pretty, there's a lot of fog of war here that Symbol doesn't have vision of outside of his opponent's base. The Lings are there, but they may be going back soon. They may just check and see if the third's there and then run away. 10 roaches being made here as well.
And he's actually making a Twilight also. Kind of interesting. Maybe because he got all his pylons scouted out and killed. If that hadn't happened, I'm really...
Oh, this is not good.
Ooh. Well, that's actually really good force fields. Look at that.
Considering,
those
wow.
three are a little team.
This is so much more damage than it should have done.
Yeah. Still going to lose those sentries. Still worth it for Symbol. But that was like the movie 300 right there, but with like 16 Zerglings.
It might have even been just 200 in this case.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Or just 3.
Yeah. Maybe even a better example there. Yeah.
So, kind of interesting the way that Ruin has changed this up a bit, because I'm pretty sure he was going to do that attack, and then it just didn't work out because the pylons got found. And now look at this. Now he's just having to fall back on defense. Symbol has decided to attack.
I think this is a mistake here for Symbol.
Well, it's certainly not doing anything.
He doesn't know what's coming his way here. Part of that probe actually snuck out. Nicely done.
The only
go down
thing
the next
that this has done is delayed the third, but not even really that much. In fact, there was a probe already over here, so...
Wow. Well, Zerg's going to have to back up here. He can't get the Nexus.
Nothing really working out for Symbol here. I like how Ruin just stays calm and just goes into the next thing. Like, he's like, oh, okay, you slowed me down this way. Oh, you found my pylons, that's not going to work. Okay, I'll make a Twilight. Okay, now I'll go for a third. Oh, you're going to delay me for now with these Zerglings? I'll just take you in a minute. He's really staying calm and making a lot of good decisions.
The Lings coming in here again, but no damage is going to be dealt.
Quite a few Lings.
Meanwhile, the Phoenixes are still flying around the map, but I think there's only, 2 Overlords here on the far right. So there's nothing else you can clear up. It's not inside the base. But note, Ruin did spot that Symbol is coming out with roaches here. I think he's going to have to go back home. I don't think any attack here from Symbol is going to be effective.
And he just actually added a bunch of cannons because of that. I love play like this. If you're willing to add a bunch of cannons when you're going up to 3 bases, right, and you're getting better tech than your opponent has like a bunch of Lings and Roaches, and he's making them, and they're flying out of his main while you're harassing with Phoenixes, and then you decide to make a bunch of cannons, you got Artosis as your fan right there, man, because this is like reactive defensive play that's so smart, because all he needs to do is stay safe for a bit. Because right now, Symbol...
You just survive the onslaught, and you're leagues ahead.
Symbol's like, hey, I'm going to chill on 3 bases and just make a bunch of layer units. And if you can have the presence of mind to say, hey, I'm just going to defend your layer units, be on the same economy as you, and then crush you because we're both going to be near max and you have layer units. So it's like really, really smart.
Nice force fields. Again, some of the most perfect force fields.
Yeah, Rune's doing very well.
Just picking his battles so well here. And again, beautiful force field once more here. Letting just the right amount to slip through.
Fantastic.
So that he can win the fight. Symbol versus his army just stuck here on the low ground. Let's see if he goes in again. There's still some force fields that could be left over here.
Doesn't even make the other 2 when he doesn't catch that many. Like,
yeah,
obviously those force fields are a bit of a miss.
That's enough force fields there.
And look at this. Symbol just continues to pump out Roaches and Hydras.
I think we're going to have a counterattack here from Ruin that could end the game.
I guess all that Ruin needs to do is sit tight for a little bit.
Oh, nice. I like the cannons over here that he's making.
Is he actually making cannons right there?
Yep.
That's it. I'm proposing to Ruin after this match. This guy, like, I've been becoming more and more of his fan every game I watch. But look, he's making a cannon outpost so that he can zone defense in both bases. This is like,
it's pretty sexy.
It's just so beautiful play. So Symbol's decided to split up his units. We'll see if he can actually get anything done with this. Don't know.
Okay, here comes the attack once again. Nice force fields there, but the Hydras are getting a pretty nice arc as long as there are some Roaches here in the front to help tank that damage.
The flank is doing a good job. Like these Immortals not
really
quite hitting what they should be some of the time here.
One Immortal does go down. It's just Stalkers and one Immortal left over here. The Immortal needs to be hitting those Roaches. It's hitting the Hydras instead here. Now
these Lings
come in.
Oh, these Lings are really, really good, and they are going to force him back for now, which means he can go and hit another place. Oh, you don't want to attack in there, though, Symbol. Going to go ahead and take out these pylons. And this attack's starting to do some good work.
And now he might be hitting the second here. Is this an overextension, though? Looks like the Immortal's going to go down.
These are good pickoffs that he's doing, really. While those Lings are able to get in here, there's not any Force Fields, there's not any Zealots, so they're doing a great job.
All right, more Lings are coming down now, as well as Roaches here. Again, these Hydras are dealing so much damage, and you can just take out some of those Hydras and then micro back. Here come more Roaches here, too.
And he's
You know what? I think that was a bit of an overextension there.
Yeah, it feels like it was, but he did get the Immortal and he did get some cannons. Well, the cannons weren't really that magical, but it was still like kind of okay, I think, especially because he's forced now Rune into this situation where he's just making Stalkers almost nonstop, and you don't really want to have to do that. Like you want to be able to work on your composition and have Immortals and have Sentries, but it's hard for him to actually afford that right now because he just needs to have units and. Pound for pound, the Stalkers are going to be the most effective at this point.
Well, more gates come up here. There's just not much time left for Symbol. He needs to really get the fourth base up and running, or kill his opponent.
Yeah.
You know,
this doesn't last forever.
Yeah, it could go on for much longer if he was actually killing off some probes with this and evening out the playfield, but. For the time being, all Protoss has to do is sit back, defend, and max out. Notice he even canceled that gas over there. He's actually being so balanced.
Yeah. Can he actually defend this, though, is the thing.
That's the big question.
Because there's like a lot of Lings coming down as well. He does have some Zealots in here now, so that's definitely going to help out. But not many Force Fields, and look at this. These Hydras getting lots of value, going right in, killing
that
off.
might be too many Hydras. That's a lot of damage.
It is
a lot of damage. There's no more Roaches left.
But Blink is pretty good. That's just a lot.
Is it that good, though, compared to this? I don't know.
I don't think it's quite good enough. 20 against 4. That's 5 times more.
Oh, my word. And now he's going to go get the Cybernetics core. This is a smart move here. Yeah.
That's it. Like,
that's all
you can make slow Zealots against us, please. This Hydra's like nothing more than to fight against slow Zealots. Here they go.
Here we are!
All right,
1-1.
Well played by Symbol. You know, it can be risky to play like that. And I gotta say, I really liked how Ruin played it with that the cannon defense and stuff. It wasn't quite enough though. You know, he had cannons in 3 different locations behind his gateways, up in that middle area, and 2 at his third base. So, you know, he had spent a lot of money on that, a few less units because of it. You know, he actually put a lot of pylons out in the front with those cannons as well, which, you know, you lose the extra pylons, that hurts a bit, but. Some good aggression there by Symbol.
Nicely done by Symbol. Let's see if that can work for him again this next game, or maybe he'll do that old Symbol cheese. You never know. This guy's got a very large toolkit at his disposal when it comes to strats and builds.
If his builds were words, then Tasus would say he had an excellent lexicon.
Lexicon, yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
For the common man, maybe a word bank.
A word bank!
But not for Fabutaste.
Not for Fabutaste. Oh, man.
So Ruin picks the map. Habitation Station.
Oh, you're so ridiculously funny. The things that your brain does when you're asleep, it's just too much.
Well, that's what's crazy about it, is my brain is some of that when I was sleeping. That wasn't like something that was, I sat with a pen and paper and tried to write out.
That just came to you. That was inspiration.
It was somewhere between that and me being naked in a high school classroom. It came out in my dreams. All right, game number 3 here between our only Zerg Symbol and our Protoss Ruin is about to begin.